Hello, everyone. I'm joined by a very special guest, Horror Nerd here,
Hi. Wait, but I thought you were the guest.
and we're gonna be doing a blood bag.
Yes. We are doing a blood bag. I know it's been a while, and I know I promised I Has Been Hotel review that has not released. I will hopefully get to that, maybe not. But today, me and my friend Noah, we are going to be reviewing the new horror film Late Night with the Devil, which released back in March, I think. But what are you doing? Okay. Anyway, so this film released back in March. We finally, me and him, we sat down, we watched it last night, and we both have a lot of things we want to say about it. What ranging from the film itself to the AI controversy that it had to a lot more. Because this is one of those movies that after I finished it, I kind of stayed up for several hours just thinking about it. Like I couldn't stop thinking about it. There was just so much in there that I wanted to just keep going with it. I just like me and Noah after we had finished it, we had like a full hour length discussion about it afterwards that we're gonna relay to y'all
Y'all,
now.
y'all is crazy.
Yeah. So I guess while I wait for my co-host to finish whatever he's doing. So, I guess while I wait for him to finish, I'll give y'all a bit of a background for what this movie is about. So this film takes place in October 30, Halloween night, 1977, and follows a show called Night Owls, hosted by our main character, Jack Delroy, played by David Desmachian. Probably pronounced that name wrong, and this is framed as a lost broadcast recording of what happened on this episode of Night Owls, an episode that went horribly wrong, and spooky stuff in
Spooky stuff indeed.
spooky stuff indeed happened. So again, this movie is framed as a late night talk show, and on that front, it replicates the style of a late night talk show really well. I haven't seen that many. Can you not mess with the mic, please? What did you mess with?
I didn't miss anything.
Okay, it's fine. But I swear to God, if the audio comes out screwed up,
Do you want it? Okay.
it's fine. Just move it back. Move whatever dial you put back. We're having technical difficulties. If I had, I'd just throw up that one card, the card in there. But so, yeah. In terms of replicating the style of a late night talk show, it does it really well. Again, haven't seen that many myself, but I've seen, clips and stuff back from what they used to be from back when, they were coming out. So no, I mean, do you have any thoughts of the overall just aesthetic the film has?
Gave me local 58 vibes.
Yeah, that is another detail. I think I'll save that talking about that for when we get into spoilery stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But and also the acting in this was really damn good. Like it was very good from like just everyone.
Yeah.
But it mainly David Dastmalchian in the lead role. Like this was his first, I think, leading role in the movie, and he fucking killed it. But everyone does an incredible job in this. So the movie, going structure wise, in terms of the late night talk show host, it starts out with the start of the show, Jack introducing himself, and then him introducing what's going to happen for tonight's events. That being he's going to bring in a medium. He's going to bring in a skeptic who is supposed to be a riff on, I forgot his name. Let me Google him real quick. Carr. That was the character's name.
Yes.
But Carr is a riff on a real person. And because throughout the movie, Carr, it was brought on to see if they can prove something supernatural to him. And if they did, he would give them, what was it, $500,000, or was it
Mhm.
a million?
500,000.
But that whole idea was based off of a real person that I again forgot because I'm dumb. I'm googling it. While I do that, Noah can give off, I guess, can show off what he thinks about the movie without going into spoilers right now.
Without going into spoilers.
Yeah, we'll go into
Well,
spoilers later.
when it started, there was 9 producer tags.
That is true.
Um, and we was counting them.
Yeah,
I was hoping for 10. It was funny.
it was funny because it's like by the time you get to the third one, it's like, okay, is that it?
Yeah. Are we talking about the intro first?
I say, yeah. We start with the intro.
Because because we didn't talk about the intro, you just went straight to the sidekick.
Well, are you talking about like the montage intro or
Yeah,
the
the
part?
montage
Oh
intro.
yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
talk
The
about that.
montage is done really well, and it's narrated beautifully. I think it was Michael Ironside who narrated it,
Mhm.
but and that montage shows a lot of what people were facing with the '70s, like
Vietnam War,
Vietnam,
scandal, Watergate.
Watergate, the what's the word? The I guess uprise of bad people like Charles Manson or serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, Jeff Berkowitz, John Wayne Gacy, people like that. In fact, Jeff Berkowitz is shown in the opening montage alongside Charlie Manson. So it's showing a lot of the big problems that America had in the 70s.
Yeah.
But it all with how people were becoming more individualized rather than as a central unit that was so prevalent in the 50s and 60s. And there's also a lot of culty stuff, which we'll get into that bit later, and when we get to what we think is going on. What?
I'll step out for a second.
Okay, my co-host needs to step out for a minute. Guess while he does that, I'll just tell y'all my overall thoughts before getting into spoilers, and he'll come back and give you his. So, me personally, I really liked this film. Probably my favorite horror film of the year so far. Who knows? Maybe Alien or Longlegs or Terrifier 3 maybe take it away from it, but so far, favorite horror film of the year. Um Again, the aesthetic, just that whole 70s aesthetic and how like accurate it is to the late night talk show style is just so well done. And the acting is great. The effects are really good. The effects can be a little campy at times, but for the most part they are pretty good. Although, without getting too much into spoilers, it does go from 0 to 100 real fucking quick, and I think I'll explain that more when my co-host gets back. And but again, overall, I thought it was a great film. I definitely do have a few issues with it, but I can't really go into those issues without going into spoilers, and I want to wait for my co-host to get back before I can do spoiler talk. But if you want me to say, I heavily recommend this film. Go watch it. It's on Shutter. It's on Shutter now. Go watch it. It's great. Um, and yeah, those are just kind of my overall thoughts with it. Oh, you're back.
I am.
All right. Do you want to share your overall thoughts then?
My overall thoughts on the movie is.
Well, you need to get into frame. You can tell I don't usually record with another person. Anyways,
Well, my overall thoughts on the movie was.
what was
My
it?
overall thoughts on the movie was that it scared me half to death.
Yeah, I'll give it. Yeah, it was. There was a good, fair bit of good scares in there.
They got an enjoyment out of that.
Whatever it was.
But
Anyway, but just again, what was again, I mentioned how much I enjoyed just the overall aesthetic and how the movie looked.
I enjoyed the wittiness of Jack.
Yeah, I think Jack and Gus particularly Gus. There some of the some of
The exchanges,
the
yeah.
exchanges between all the characters are really done, especially when Carmichael joins in, like about 30 minutes in.
Mhm.
Like it's pretty funny. Now, granted, Carmichael, spoiler alert, ends up getting someone killed,
Mhm.
but well, discuss that. Do you think we're ready to go into spoilers yet, or no?
No,
Not yet. Okay.
that was a really huge spoiler.
I said spoiler alert.
Okay.
I did say spoiler alert, but or do you want to break down each segment, one by one?
Um.
Because here's another thing that I forgot to mention.
Yeah, each segment one on.
Okay, but first, this film feels a lot like, I don't know, for how many of you have seen VHS, that horror series? It feels a lot like VHS, like a segment in one of those movies got extended out to feature length. Or as something we'll mention later when we get to the spoiler section, it felt a lot like an analog horror that was given a proper film budget.
The only thing I remember from VHS was the succubus alien. No, the
Oh,
succubus one.
oh, the siren one from the,
Yeah.
yeah. You've only seen the first one. There's a segment in VHS '94 that feels so much like this movie.
But all I remember, he was sucking the soul right out of my asshole.
Yeah, right out of my asshole. But anyway, I think, are we ready to do spoiler talk?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do spoilers. So if you haven't seen the film yet, go watch it, then come back, or don't.
I haven't watched the movie. Don't spoil it.
Bro, come on. but but yeah, overall, if you want to just hear our thoughts, I think we give it solid 9 out of 10. Not 9 out of 10. 9.9 out of 10.
9.9. I'm gonna say 9.8.
9.8, okay.
What's it gonna get on the blood bag? Because it goes like percentage, right?
Percentage, yes. We'll get to the actual proper percentage
Okay.
at the end.
Okay.
But if you just wanted an overall score before you get too deep into it, there you go. Now, breaking the movie down segment by segment. Obviously, we already mentioned the opening montage. That also mentioned, I completely forgot to mention this. It shows the backstory of Jack and how his show
It does.
rose.
So, Jack had a wife, and the wife got lung cancer after not smoking.
Yeah.
She got lung cancer, and then she
Pulled a
appeared,
Walter White.
she she cooked crystal meth, and was like, "I am not the danger. Oh, wait, I'm not in danger, Jack. I am the danger." But anyway,
So, but yeah,
and he appeared on Jack's show, and 2 weeks after, she died.
yeah, she's dead.
But there's a whole thing around it, because there was controversy of him of Jack being in the Bohemian Club, which is
We did some base level research. I think from what we gathered, it was a mostly real thing. The
Yeah.
movie probably did make up a few things for it, but from our baseline research, it does seem like it was a real thing.
So there's a lot of
I mean, skepticism.
skepticism.
But then that opening montage also shows that Jack wanted to be the number one talk show, but he always got beaten by Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Johnny Carson is a real person. He's a real person. He doesn't host his show anymore. I don't even think his show's still on the air. I might be wrong about that, but I know he doesn't host it anymore. He stopped hosting in '92. But that's besides the point. So he always
When did he start hosting?
Johnny Carson?
Yeah.
I think 62. So Jack always wanted to be number one. And that detail, I think, is going to be very much important for when we discuss what we think is going on at the end. But yeah, Jack, he always wanted to be number one, but he never could be. And then after his wife died, he disappeared for a month.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone thought, oh, his night out was canceled, or they're going to get a new host. But mysteriously, out of the blue, Jack comes back. And, he's mostly the same, only, if I remember correctly, they mentioned the show takes a bit of a different turn after he comes back, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's more theatrics to it, which leads us to the humble night of October 31st, 1977. So, now let's break it down segment by segment, because there are, I want to say, 5 main segments for this film. The intro, the medium, the skeptic, the summoning,
Mm-hmm.
and then fucking possession. We'll call the last segment possession. So the
I
in
stuff a whole bag of jelly beans out my ass.
God damn it. Okay, so the intro is, the normal intro you would see to a late night talk show. Jack gets, also you're not in shot. You have your face isn't in shot. But so, it starts out and Jack gets, introduced by his good mate Gus. There's a lot of funny shit with Gus. Especially like towards the end. Well, like I'd say like towards the middle end of the film, there's a good, really funny bit with him. It's also really fucking disturbing too. But we'll get there. So yeah, but Jack, he gets called out. He does a little spooky jump scare on Gus in a ghost costume, and then the show gets going. Jack, he introduces the events for the night, and then intermittently throughout the movie, because after this it cuts to commercial. Intermittently throughout the film, when it cuts to commercial, the camera changes to black and white to show the behind the scenes of what's going on.
And that's something I really like, because it was so seamless. There was no like, it was cream to it.
Now that we're bringing up the transitions, I think it's.
I did not.
Now that we're bringing up the transitions to the, commercial breaks and behind the scenes, I think it's now we talk about the AI controversy.
I didn't really mind it.
Here's my 2 cents. I'm only gonna bring this up once throughout the entire video, and I don't want to bring it up because a lot of other people have already talked about it. Should have the film used AI to create the transition cards? No. They probably should have just paid someone to do it, or just not include transition cards at all. Is it really that big a deal?
No.
Not really.
No.
Is it?
If I was here's the difference between me and Horror Nerd, right?
I've said
sacrilege, like he flipping watches movies religiously. He can't sit down without watching a movie, right?
Yeah.
Me, I would watch movie occasionally. The last movie I watched before this was Despicable Me.
Yeah.
And that was in theaters because I went with some friends.
Yeah.
I'm not a movie enthusiast.
But yeah, my 2 cents is that.
But he
keep going.
definitely read on this AI thing. I've only read it a little bit. I don't really mind there being like an AI title card. I didn't even realize it was AI until
I pointed it out. Well, I told you to look at the hand of the skeleton because the fingers were all fucked up.
I was too zooted.
Well, I mean, you weren't that zooted. You still paid attention.
I was zooted.
But
I was like this.
Again, here's my 2 cents. Should have the film used it? No. Is it really that big a deal because the cards are only on screen for like a second? Not really. But this shouldn't be set as a precedent. In fact, I feel like maybe they kind of forgot to make the cards at the beginning, and they were like, fuck, we're out of time. Have the AI do it so we can finish it up. I doubt that's what happened, but maybe. I'm not trying to excuse the AI's usage in this movie. I'm just saying it's not that big of a deal. Should it have been used at all? No. But it isn't really that big a deal.
Yeah.
And guaranteed someone's still going to get mad at me.
You keyboard warriors in the chat.
Yeah. I'm for AI being used as a tool, not as a replacement.
Me too.
There you go. That's our 2 cents. Should it have been used? No. Is it that much a big a deal? No. Anyway, back to the movie. So going into the second segment, the medium. So Jack introduces this medium. I forgot his fucking name. Do you remember?
The medium?
Yeah, the medium.
The guy who was like, I'll pay you so many if you can live in there.
No. That's Carmichael. The medium, like the guy
who talks to spirits.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm pretty sure.
Hold up, just Google the movie. We'll be right back. While he figures out his name, so Jack, he introduces this medium to the crowd, And, he gets going. He does a bit of a fuck up, because he's trying to talk to this guy's, what he thinks is this dude's dead wife.
Like Christo.
Yes, Christo, that was his name. So yeah, Christo, he thinks he's talking to this dude's dead wife, only to find out it was just a divorce.
Yeah.
But then after, Christo has a very emotionally intimate conversation with a mother and a daughter, talking about their son that recently, that,
But who knows though? Because that divorced person, they really could have died.
Maybe.
It's not implied that they. It's implied that they did die because
who knows? I mean, we all know James isn't going to include that.
it's implied.
Yeah, but the problem is, why am I talking about James's kill count? By the way, watch that kill count when it comes out, because I guarantee there's going to be a banger episode of that. Anyway. So, but yeah, Christo, he has this very intimate...
Why are you advertising on your own channel?
Because I like James A. Janice's channel. He makes great fucking videos.
Sell out.
I'm not... I just thought I'd advertise a person who makes great videos, okay? Anyway, back to what we were doing. So yeah, Christo, he has this conversation with this mother and daughter about their about the son who, offed themselves, and he helps comfort them, saying, hey, he's doing fine, he's looking down at y'all. Yeah. But then as soon as Christo is about to leave, a final spirit enters the chat, the pew. I can't do the Discord noise, but and it's asking for the name of Minnie.
Yeah.
And nobody fesses up. And this causes Christo to go, blind for a minute. You see his pupils go away, pretty much.
His pupils were grey. They went from this, probably, a little bit like this, to just being grey.
Yeah. And nobody can answer the name of Minnie. So, it cuts to the second commercial, and then Jack goes off and speaks with his producer about what just happened. When Jack is speaking to the producer, which I don't think the producer has a name in this movie, it's not that necessary to know what they're talking about. All it really needs to know is that anytime Jack is speaking with his producer, the producer's telling him that this is going to be a great show, keep going, you're going to get high in the ratings. That's pretty much all that's gained from their conversations. Then we enter the second segment. Do you have, do you have any thoughts about the medium segment?
The medium segment.
I give it this. It did start out slow, but I think it was that necessary slow before it went into overdrive when it needed to. And also that big outburst Christo does at the end of it that was good.
I got very, very weird vibes from Christo.
Yeah. And there was another fucking character that we met in this segment that weirded you out, even though he didn't do anything throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's this when Christo's talking to this dude about the divorced wife, there's a guy sitting next to him wearing a skeleton costume. And for some reason, Noah got really weird vibes from this dude.
I'm a rant. After he does this, I'm a rant about it. Because when Christo talks about that divorced guy and the divorced guy's going, saying jokes, that guy is there. And then Jack talks to him. He doesn't say anything. And he just stares the entire time. He stares.
Yeah, we'll. I think Noah does have a theory about who this skeleton person could be, but he'll talk about that at the end. So I thought it was a good segment. Slow, but it was necessarily slow. Then to the next segment, the skeptic. This is where Carmichael is brought into the picture. Carmichael was a magician, very popular one, and then turned into a paranormal investigator to disprove paranormal activity.
Which is really weird when you think about it.
Well, again,
being a magician and then going to
Well, no, again, he is based off of a real person that I could not find the name of. But, so, But no, before this segment starts, Christo is very sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's asking for water, and then the makeup lady comes in, and Christo's like, get the fuck away from me. So you already know something's wrong with him off the bat for this segment. And then it only gets worse when Carmichael gets in. Because Carmichael starts questioning every single person Christo talked to.
Every Pringle person.
Every single person, including the couple, which the mom and the daughter mentioned that there was a questionnaire before they came in, which Carmichael deduces is how Christo knew about the dead son. But this segment climaxes when Christo vomits some form of black bile onto the stage.
And Carmichael called it controlled regurgitation.
Which, no, if you're trying to control regurgitate, you're supposed to...
We're... Okay.
No more suggestive images.
Okay.
You're essentially...
No. You're not allowed to do that.
Okay. Anyway, you're supposed to shove the two fingers down your throat to trigger your gag reflex. That's how you make yourself vomit, if you didn't know that. And then Christo is rushed to the hospital. And then we cut to another commercial break.
Yeah.
Where, Carmichael is like, oh, what a loser, or something like that. He's like, oh, I'm forcing himself to throw up on me in my nice coat. So he gets a new coat.
This is where everyone starts to get a little bit spooked.
Yeah, because they weren't expecting a man to fucking puke his guts up on the stage.
And this is where the shift in the movie it starts to shift in the movie.
Oh, but we are nowhere near the full shift yet.
It's the start of the movie shifting.
Yeah, to something more sinister. Now, going on to the next segment, because I don't think we get the reveal about that yet, do we? About what happened to Christo?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think that's at the end of this segment. So in this part of the film, the final two characters are brought into the picture. Dr. June and Lily. Now, they show this kind of 2-minute documentarian thing about the cult of Abraxas.
Yeah.
Abraxas
is a demon, by the way, guys.
Yeah, in case you didn't know. But the cult of Abraxas, they lit themselves on fire. And in the wreckage, the only person they found alive was Lily, the little girl. And Dr. June is a parapsychologist trying to study the entity that within Lily. So they're brought out, and Carmichael's still there, being the doubter he is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forget. Is there anything happening between then and before they get to the summoning part?
No. Actually, yeah. Before they get to the summoning part, we learn about what happened.
Oh, yeah. They do another commercial break before they start.
So they do.
Because,
Jack do another commercial, and then...
Yeah, Jack is like, can we meet Mr. Wriggles, which is what Lily calls the demon?
And,
they cut to commercial break, and...
And the manager of the show...
Yeah.
Brings Jack into another room and says that Christo has died.
Yes, Christo died. I think it was from a hemorrhage.
Yeah.
And him puking out of all.
Vomiting out of every single pore in his body.
Well, I thought it was orifice, the mouth, the ears, the nose, the eyes.
He said every single pore.
So, and then, they tell Carmichael that he's dead as well.
No, they tell him that at the end.
Though, do they?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so but now, Christo is dead. So.
And also at that time, the doctor, what's his name?
Dr. June?
Dr. June also goes up to Jack and says that she is not going to put anyone in danger by doing that.
Yes.
But.
Wait, when do they reveal that? When did June say that she found Jack handsome? Because that's a big plot point later.
Oh, that was before they did the summoning.
Yeah, okay, that's now then. So yeah. So they go back on live, and then they begin the summoning. So Dr. June puts Lily asleep with not with hypnosis, just putting her to sleep with relaxing, vibes. And then Lily wakes up, but it's not Lily in the driver's seat anymore.
Yeah.
It is the demon or Braxis or whatever.
It is Joe Biden.
Yeah, no. And, Lily now looks like a fucking demon. She looks like Reagan from The Exorcist.
Reagan from Mob Psycho.
No, okay. But, so then after this happens, everything starts fucking up. Like, the chair starts floating, like, I think I killed him.
Like,
Yes. But, and then, the demon, Mr. Wriggles, tries to bite June, which causes June to fucking bitch slap her.
Bah!
Just backhand.
And then Lily goes, "Why did you hurt me?"
Does that snap Lily back into control?
Yeah.
It does. It does. More like slap her back into control, right?
Yeah. Let's do a reenactment right now. No.
Oh, I'm...
So she went. Bah!
So, now, but Carmichael is still an asshole. He's still the skeptic. So, he brings Gus on, which
oh my god.
this is single-handedly both probably the most not the most disturbing sequence, probably, but it's a disturbing sequence, but it's super funny at the end of it. So, Carmichael, being the magician, he brings Gus up, and he brings out a pendulum, the hypnotist watch. And he has everyone in the crowd and at home look at the pendulum to, hypnotize them all. And then Carmichael starts telling Gus asks Gus, "So how long have you been afraid of worms?" And then Gus starts becoming itchy, starts scratching his neck. He gets hot, he takes his shirt off, which, we're not doing that. We're not reenacting this. But then he notices a cut on his neck, and he mentions he had nicked himself shaving. Only, he picks at the cut, and a fucking worm comes out.
Yeah. No, more than one worm.
Okay, a lot of worms come out, and then he starts like...
And he goes, "They're in my skin! They're in my skin!" And then he rips his stomach open.
Yeah, and there's
worms everywhere.
And then his head, he starts convulsing, and then just a giant fucking worm pops out of his skull. And I remember you had like a full audible reaction to that.
I'm afraid of worms. I don't like worms.
Like, you had a full-blown, audible reaction to that happening.
It's like, oh, okay.
But, then it's revealed that nothing actually happened because of the hypnotist.
No, he snaps his fingers and then everything's gone.
Yeah, everything's gone. Everything's back to normal. And then, here's where the funny part kicks in. Because Jack asks to replay the footage. And they see that nothing's wrong. Everybody had been hypnotized to see something different.
Yeah.
And this is where it's revealed that Gus was just being an idiot under the spell.
Yeah.
And, he's all embarrassed. And, but Jack has another pointing question. He asks to replay the footage from the summoning scene. And they do that. They do that. Now, I haven't mentioned this. We haven't mentioned this. Throughout the movie, there are occasional glitches in the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one glitch in particular during the summoning sequence where on top of Lily, the demon's face can be seen. So
I showed Gary.
Yeah, I didn't catch it the first time because I'm stupid.
As soon as it happened, I was like, "Play back."
So, but they play back to that part. But instead, they see the demon's face, or at least something that looked like it. But more importantly, they see the ghost of Jack's wife.
Mm-hmm. Walter White.
But this is a really creepy part that I don't know if you caught it when we watched it. Because after they cut the footage of the recording, They cut back to Jack sitting there watching, and you see the ghost
Yeah.
of his wife. You see her hand on his shoulder, and that is so fucking good. That is such a good scare. Yeah, it's playing music.
We're gonna get claimed.
No, we're not. It's too muffled.
Hey.
Anyway, but then Carmichael fucking blows up at Jack, yelling at him, "Oh, you're using your dead wife for views."
Can I just say something? Going off with a tangent here. I wish Jack got off of his seat and punched that in the face.
Yeah, that would have, but a bit of a joke. He's like, "You get what you fucking deserve."
Yeah.
But Carmichael goes off on Jack, saying you're using your dead wife for views and relevancy. And Jack is kind of at a loss for words at this point. And then this is where shit hits the fan. Because Lily fucking levitates like she's getting attacked by Vecna from Stranger Things. It's not like, no, like she floats up in the air and her arms are like.
No, she doesn't float up in the air. She stands.
Oh, she stands up and her arms go.
Up. She stands up and she's just.
Yeah, the electricity, and then
her face fucking.
Her face splits open.
Splits open.
And this is where the carnage fucking starts, man. Because first off, Gus, pretty much everyone gets killed here.
Yeah.
Gus gets his head twisted around.
He goes.
Just Dr. June, she gets hoisted up by her rosary necklace and then
get cut.
Yeah, it slashes her throat open.
Then how did
Carmichael
burned.
No, Carmichael's death is probably gonna be when that kill count for the movie comes out.
Here we go again.
No. This is gonna be the death.
Here we go again.
No, this is gonna be the death.
Predicting it?
Yes, I'm predicting that this is gonna be the death that gets the golden chainsaw. Maybe. Nah, this is gonna be the golden chainsaw winner. I feel like it'd be so weird not to give it to any other death. But Carmichael, before he dies.
What do you think, Del Machete?
The worst kill, probably Lily. But spoiler alert. I mean, if you're watching this hide in the video and you haven't seen the movie, I don't know why you're not watching. Anyway, but yes, before Carmichael dies, he whips out the check for the $500,000 and tries to give it to her. And Lily fucking sets that thing on fire. But then and then
face on fire.
Carmichael starts melting like he's that dude in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You remember that scene, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, and like, all the audiences are they're booking it, trying to get out. I don't think any audience members get killed.
No.
So, and then Jack is like, Jack gets out of there through the entrance door to the show. But then this is where the movie might lose some people. It didn't really lose me or you, but I can understand some people kind of getting lost after this. Jack
goes. No, you go.
Yeah, I'll start. Jack suddenly appears at the start of another episode of Night Owls.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of
No. At first the broadcast cuts off.
Yeah,
and
the broadcast
says technical difficulties.
Yeah.
That's the context you need before you say that.
Sorry, my bad. Yes, the broadcast cuts, the technical difficulty screen shows up, but then Jack appears at the start of another Night Owls episode. And Jack is like, he's disoriented. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. Gus is somehow alive again.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts to him doing the caveman parody at the start of the movie again. And he's like, what's going on? And everyone around him's confused, and it's just... Then, do you want to keep going?
No. Oh, and then my favorite quote from the movie, they did the pinwheel. You said about the pinwheel?
Oh yeah, the pinwheel with the hypnotist wheel.
The pinwheel, and it was doing the hypnotist wheel. And then Jack turns around and goes, turn your TV off. Turn your TV set off. Turn it off! Turn it off!
Which, I assumed it's a reference to Halloween 3, because if you've seen that film, there at the end of that movie, the main character is calling into a broadcast station to get the Honda commercial turned off. He's like, turn it off. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. If maybe it's not a reference to Halloween 3, it feels like it is. By the way, underrated movie. Highly recommend checking that one out. But and then Jack then appears at the signing, the sign where he signed with the producer.
Yeah.
Again, and then the producer says, "Oh, Jack's about to make his biggest sacrifice yet."
Yeah, and he gets handed a glass of what appears to
chalice.
be a drink.
It's a chalice. He's handed a chalice of some mysterious liquid, and then he's taken out to a forest set, which I'm assuming is supposed to be the Bohemian Grove, right?
Yeah.
Because they mentioned Jack was a part of it. And then during this Bohemian Grove part, Jack sips it, and this dude in an owl mask sips it. Comes up, Jack sips it, which I'm assuming is supposed to be him recreating some form of ritual. We'll talk about it at the end.
And can I say, throughout that scene, the guy in the skeleton suit was present for the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, we'll mention him again at the end. And then suddenly Jack sees his wife.
Yeah.
Dying.
No, it all turns to black.
Yes.
And then the door opens and it's his wife sitting in a bed.
Yeah, and then Jack goes over to her, and she tells Jack, like, you know what you need to do. And then it pans to the knife. And then Jack picks the knife up and stabs his wife in the chest.
Or is it his wife?
Well, he thinks it's his wife, because it cuts back to reality. And it's revealed that Jack had actually just stabbed Lily.
Yeah.
The possessed girl. And Jack is confused, like, what the fuck just happened?
He was repeating an E sentence.
What? Wait, what was he repeating? Wait, what? He was repeating a sentence. What was it?
I don't know. Hold on, let me check.
But, like, so, and the movie, this is where the movie ends, by the way. Like, Jack is standing there repeating a sentence that he's Googling, and you hear police sirens outside the studio, and it ends. It ends with the tape cuts off with an end transmission, and the film ends. It rolls credits. And, yeah, that's the entire summary of Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
Now I guess we can go with our spoiler thoughts, right?
He was just like saying, he didn't show me what he was saying, but he was saying like stuff over and over and over again.
Something like that. It doesn't really matter at this point. I think he's saying like along the lines like, oh, let me try Googling. We'll be in technical difficulties. We'll be right back. Oh God. Oh shit.
What?
Oh God. Oh, there we go.
I'm pretty sure he keeps saying. Oh, he says. I'm pretty sure he keeps saying Mr. Wriggles.
Does he repeat Mr. Wriggles?
Yeah. And then it just cuts.
Yeah, the sirens.
But there was something at the end. What was the thing at the end? So it has been done.
Yes. The end transmission, it changes to so it has been done. So now that we've given you the plot summary, let's give our spoiler thoughts and theories. So,
Okay.
Spoiler thoughts, we'll start with those.
Okay.
My one real main problem with this film, and I think it might be the same with you, the ending, while I didn't hate the ending felt a little too expository, almost like it gave away too much. And it is kind of abrupt, but personally, I know some people said the ending to this film was not satisfying. I thought it wasn't the most satisfying, but I think there's enough there where you can imply what would happen next. Because a lot of people said, okay, well, what's going to happen to Jack?
Because the police siren's there. But I have to talk about the skeleton guy.
Again?
I have to talk about him. Because he was there. And every time the broadcast came back from the things, he was shown in frame. Again and again and again. He was shown. For a background character, that doesn't happen.
So, okay. Do you want to share what your theory about who the skeleton person is?
I have a theory that the skeleton person has some connection with the devil.
Maybe he is Abraxas or Satan or
Yeah,
whoever watching over.
but like to be featured like that many times is not something a background character is.
Yeah. So, so again, going back to the main critique, the ending, a little too expository. I feel like it should have been left a bit more vague with what was really going on. Because it kind of just tells you right at the end. Well, not it doesn't tell you, it pretty much shows you.
Uh-huh.
And there could have been a little bit more. But again, not a bad ending. Not an ending I would hate. I think it wrapped up fine enough.
There was a slow burner and then it just went from
Yeah,
0
that.
to 11 real.
But honestly, I didn't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Wait. One of my main like things in this movie is it actually felt like it actually felt like it was a talk show.
yeah.
Like it actually felt like it. It
Well,
didn't. It wasn't like the actors were trying to make it look like that.
Yeah.
It actually felt like
it did feel like that. And I think a lot of that goes into when we watch it, like what point, like what time of the day we watched it, because we
watched it at like 12.
Yeah, we were watching this at like midnight, and I think that really did help with the immersion. Because like midnight is around the time a show like that would play.
Mhm.
Okay, so now I think we should go into theories and what we think happened.
I don't really have any theories of what happened.
I think
Jack's show fell out of obscurity because of that.
I think
Or the show was shut down.
it was probably shut down.
Forensics and
Well, I mean,
paranormal investigators.
5 people ended up dying that night. But Jack is a man obsessed with greed and being number one.
Yeah.
Jack most likely made a deal with this demon.
Yeah.
To get number one. But at what cost?
His wife.
His wife. They mentioned his wife was not a smoker, yet she died of lung cancer. Which, that means the demon took it as his wife would be the price for his show being successful. And after his wife died, Jack didn't know what to do. The show fell off for a little bit. So, and what do you think would he did in that month?
What month was it?
The month after his wife died.
I think he went back to Bohemian Grove and
made
a deal.
Actually, we actually forgot to mention this. The demon, when they do the summoning, it calls out Jack by name.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention that. And I think the reason...
And he said, good to see you again.
The reason for that is because Jack had made a deal with this demon already to make his show popular. And ultimately, that decision costed not only his wife's life, but the lives of 4 other people and his show and fame, and just in fame in general.
Are we making the connection that Abraxas is Jack's wife?
I don't know about that. I think Abraxas definitely used Jack's wife to manipulate him into doing certain things. But, like, especially at the end. Mm-hmm. But, like, what I'm trying to say is that...
You don't think it's true?
What do you mean?
That Abraxas is Jack's wife?
No. I think Abraxas was just using Jack's wife as a way to manipulate his grief and manipulate him to do things. But yeah, and like I said, that deal not only cost the life of his wife and 4 other people, but his show, his fame, and maybe even his freedom. Yeah. Because you can imply that the police came in and arrested Jack because they assumed he killed all of them.
Yeah.
Although they could also just look back at the footage to see what happened.
But the footage would have probably been taken by now.
Maybe. Who knows? And, or there's another theory that you can say that maybe none of this is real.
Yeah.
Because they show that pinwheel at the beginning, correct?
Uh-huh.
What if that pinwheel, because they go into the whole hypnotism thing a lot in the movie. What if the pinwheel hypnotized us to see the events that night?
Yeah.
And the footage was completely normal. Maybe not true, but who knows? And also, there was a pinwheel at the beginning, right? I'm not being stupid. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a bit hazy, man. I had a lot of technical difficulties getting this movie set up. So, but okay. Do we have anything else we want to talk about with this movie?
I think that's it.
Do you want to just do final thoughts?
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
If that movie doesn't win anything, I'm not going to say that.
Well, it's definitely not gonna win any Oscars.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to go to federal prison.
Yeah.
Hey,
another shout out to Dead Mean. It's gonna win something at that award show, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, here's my. Oh no, put that down. Noah's got my Red Ryder BB gun. Red Ryder BB gun. It's not real.
If it doesn't win any awards,
I'll do it.
I'm not responsible for my actions.
But I'm just fucking with you. But I'll do it.
Just messing. But I'll do it.
Anyway, but yeah, final thoughts. It is a great movie. So far, my favorite horror film of the year. And the atmosphere is great. The Halloween energy. I don't even think we mentioned that. The Halloween energy in this is so good.
Yeah. It's like it's like a definitely like a must watch on
Yeah, it's a definite must watch Halloween movie. Like it is just tripping with that Halloween atmosphere. Please don't point the gun at the camera. We don't want to threaten our audience. Again, a Red Ryder BB gun. This is not real.
Now remember, like and subscribe.
It's also not loaded. Anyway, so do you want to agree on a percentage, or do you just want to do two different percentages?
2 different percentages.
I'm gonna give this a 98%. My main issue was the end. My main issue was the ending was a little, off the cuff, and the AI imaging. But those are my only two issues. What do you think, Noah?
Okay, so putting it in my moist meter. Wait, man, my bad. Putting it in my blood bag, my guest blood bag.
Yes.
I'm gonna say 98.9.
Ooh, 98.9. Oh, you're going fucking decimals on me.
Yeah.
I would give it I probably honestly might just switch mine to 99. I can't give it a full 100 because there is that issue with the ending where it's a little off.
The AI.
Yeah, the AI and the AI stuff and the ending being a little off the cuff means it can't be a perfect 100, but I think I might actually give it a 99. But I think, yeah, that's going to do it for our long-ass blood bag podcast, whatever review for Late Night with the Devil.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Or
else I won't do it.
He's kidding.
No, I'm not.
Okay. But yeah, again, I do have some bigger videos coming down the pipeline soon.
I've done it before.
The SCP video I want to get out by October, November-ish. I'm still working on writing the script and compiling more pictures for it. But yeah, oh yeah, and if y'all want the Has-Been Hotel review, just say in the comments if y'all want it, because at this point I'm probably not gonna make it. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you enjoy my content, and we'll see y'all next time, I guess.
If you don't subscribe, you know what I do.
Oh. No, don't you dare gun butt my camera, you